This is the trailer for One Battle After Another, starting in three, two, one, play. Huh.
Rise and shine.
Bat an eyelash.
Good morning.
There are no hands on the clock
Why?
because they're not needed.
What time is it?
I don't remember that part. All right, let's just not nitpick over the passwords. This is Bob Ferguson. I was a part of the French 75.
Bitch, I felt like Tony Montana!
Steve Lockjaw just attacked my home. And I cannot remember, for the life of my only child, the answer to your question.
Maybe you should have studied the rebellion text a little harder.
I need to find my daughter.
Well, then call us back when you have the time.
You just...
You know, you are so unsuitable for my daughter. My child comes from a whole line of revolutionaries. And you look so lost. What are you gonna do about this baby?
You know what freedom is?
What?
No fear. Go!
There's 413 out there!
Not one thing, it's another. Find that to be true.
I need you, brother. Sensei, please.
Courage, Bob. Courage.
That's it. Courage. Yeah. Yes. Thank you. Hey, thank you, Sensei. Thank you, Sensei. Thank you. God damn it! Viva la revolution!
All right, WB, what say you? You go first, Theo.
I mean, Paul Thomas Anderson, great filmmaker. He's done a bunch of stuff. I want to say that's the director of Boogie Nights. I think that is. I'll look it up in a second. But look, Leonardo DiCaprio. What?
Carry on.
Yeah, Leonardo DiCaprio. Doing his. It's funny. He's like the most boring celebrity. Cause I mean, he does stuff I'm sure crazy, but we never hear about it because he's that old school celebrity. We don't.
Right.
He's not on TikTok, right? He's not out here on Sports Center like Chalamet. He just does his work and goes home to his models. But his craziness comes out in his roles, right? The whole scene when he was on Quaaludes in what's that movie? Wolf of Wall Street, right?
Yeah,
Where he
right.
barely can walk and all that stuff. It's just like this dude is like, he's a crazy dude, man. So it looks like there's a piece of that, this little goofy dude, that's in him that he's gonna show in this. But it looks like a very serious topic. And shout out a lot of black women in this one. This is interesting. You got Regina Hall, you got Tiana Taylor in there. Looks like his daughter is played by a young black actress. So, and I think this is one of the first times he's played a dad too. So I haven't seen him do that too much. So because he's, I think he's like he's not too much younger than us, or he's about our age, Mr. Benja. I want to say. I think he's later 40s, so or almost 50s. So anyway, I'm interested. Seems like an interesting movie to go check out. Looks like a little humor, but also some story. So highly optimistic about this one.
Okay. I'm glad you said story because this has been something that's been bothering me just about the general state of media right now.
Mm-hmm.
What is the log line for this movie?
I don't know. Do I need to look it up?
No one knows because that's not what they gave you. They gave you a crazy Leonardo, threw in some Benicio del Toro. Oh, look, there's a pregnant lady with the machine gun with some quippy joke. There's Tiana Taylor. Okay, what's this all about? Oh, look, car flips over. Guy flies out of a car and rolls down the hill. It's like, it's just stuff. I still need that log line, and I think maybe this is just my generation of movies where it's like you have the log line of you know man falls down the cliff, crazy crazy monster meets up with him. He controls the crazy monster, climbs up the cliff to destroy the village. It's like, okay, you kind of get what the story is about.
Mhm.
That even if you don't like it or you do like it, you get what the story is about, the main flow, and then you decide whether you want to see it or not. And even if you don't, you're kind of interested in it. This is just a representation of stuff, and no matter what happens, I just can't get into that without the plot
Interesting, really.
at all.
I mean, but look at the movies he's done: Boogie Nights, Magnolia, Punch Drunk Love, There Will Be Blood, The Master, Inherent Vice, The Phantom Thread. Have you seen any of these movies that Paul? I think he's like, he's like a low. There's certain directors that Scorsese. Um, who else? Man, I'm drawing blank right now of all the different directors, but the one that did your favorite movie, Inception, Nolan. I
Right?
mean, there's certain, do we know all the way what his movie's about? But we go see because he's the marketing angle. If he's got a movie he wants to show you, it's got to be something interesting that's about. And there's certain people who feel the same way about, Paul Thomas Anderson. If there's a
Yeah, yeah.
movie he's creating, regardless if you know what the plot is or not, there's something interesting that you need to go see. Um, so to me, that's the angle there. And then also the other angle is just interesting images, right? And sights. Pregnant
Sure.
lady, obviously Tiana Taylor. Didn't see her. I mean, for those that don't know, she's more known in hip hop circles and R&B circles
Hmm.
as a singer and choreographer. Last known to be married to a basketball player. so
Yeah,
yes, to see her in a high profile. Now she's been acting more, of course. That's just kind of what these folks kind of do. They switch over. But she not these folks, but just musicians in general, right? They kind of switch over and get some acting roles here and there.
yeah.
But yeah, I'm intrigued enough to go see it.
So, most of his recent outings have been for music videos, and I didn't know that part of it. Um, but he did, yeah, it was Boogie Nights. So
Mhm.
this is like, I don't want to call him Hollywood royalty, but he's one of those definite Hollywood people where all of Hollywood knows him, and it's like, hey, Paul Thomas Anderson doing a movie, I'm in it. We're gonna
Yeah.
hang out with each other and do stuff. I get it. Um, I get that vibe, and I did really like There Will Be Blood, of course.
Oh man, that's a classic. I drink it. I drink his milkshake. I drink it up. I mean, that movie was crazy.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, yeah. No, I mean, as I said, I understand the reasons why people would get into that, but that's not why I go generally to get into a movie. So
Yeah,
it just,
what's the last movie you went to go see, and why'd you go see it?
um, I'm trying to think of the last movie that I went to go see because of a trailer that hit me with the log line of, you know, there's a situation, there's a protagonist. It doesn't even have to be a person, a protagonist. It could be a world, a city, a concept, whatever. There's a driving force that has to get through something and get to some type of resolution. If I didn't see those things in a trailer, and I'm trying to think of the last time that happened, and it's like, yeah, I'm even thinking back to the Aliens trailer. I was turned off because it just seemed like jump scares and not really trying to tell a story. And I was like,
Mhm.
huh, okay, interesting. So I may just be of a certain chunk of the watching audience that cares about that setup and could give a damn about anything else because
Well,
I
I
can't
mean,
remove.
look, man, I'm not saying that you're not wrong. I mean, movie. We talked about this. It's just hard for people who want to go to the movies anyway, and it's got to be
Yeah.
almost like an event to want to go see it. Now, unless you just love the filmmaker or love the story,
Hmm.
then you're paying a lot of money when you just probably this could probably be on a streaming service, right? But they're trying to hope that you got Leonardo DiCaprio, you got Paul Thomas Anderson, right? Those are the two big draws to kind of get you to get out. I mean, yeah, you got, you know, some bands of Regina Hall and
Yeah.
Benicio del Toro, but really those are the big draws to get you out your seat. But if it ain't an event, man, it's like, I hear you. I think I'm just one of those movie guys. I'll go see it anyway, just to see. I said
Yeah.
City and just to look at it. But I get your point. I mean, it's not the same anymore.
So, you know, I while we were talking, I was thinking, just going back to the trailers that we've seen, I really did get into the F1 trailer for the visuals, the movement, the kinetics of it all. I kind of want to see that in a theater, but not so much because of the story. I mean, I like what they're doing with the, you know, the new guy and the trainer, kind of that dynamic coming up.
Mhm.
That's interesting.
Taylor's oldest time.
Right. That's kind of interesting there. If not a little played out, but yeah, I did like that one for the kinetics and the visuals of it all, and not so much for what they were doing. So even that one,
Okay. Well, I mean, like I said, Mr. Benja, I think we will see if this movie does well. Probably not. I mean, you know, it just is what it is. Movies
yeah.
like this don't do well anymore. So it, you know, it is what it is. Mr. Benja, I think we're gonna wrap up here, man. All right, everyone. Thank you for listening. Look, if you like what you heard, please subscribe, like, and comment at Show versus Business on X, Threads, YouTube, and Instagram. Listen to us at Spotify, iTunes, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Shout out to our producer, James. Also, visit us on our website at Show versus Business. All right, Mr. Benja, take care.
Peace.